Serbians, did you know anything about them at all coming into this? Because apparently they've been at the top of the Serbian 1.6 and CSS scene for a while.
I actually haven't heard of a single of their players and not of the team, so no, basically. Have you?
Do you know what? I'd love to appear all knowledgeable and say that I have, but I would be lying. I would be talking out my ass. So no, I absolutely haven't. And I love this. We're in the knife round here on Nuke, and you can see that VERYGAMES, they're so keen that even now at like 1:30 in the morning, they've got knife tactics, knife strats. So they're doing this little lineup in the hut, but I know I'd fancy the Serbians to take the knife round for some reason.
Yeah,
you can see as well, is that some sort of French thing? Which, you know, it is. I mean, VERYGAMES are the only team I've ever seen that are that keen to have knife strats. So.
And I'm going to call it right now. I don't think esports will win, but I think they will manage to get at least 10 rounds.
Well, put it this way, they've already had a hell of a tournament. The wins they've secured, I mean, in particular 3D Max, Lemon Dogs. I mean, these are teams that were talked about in contention as being amongst the top 10 in Europe. And what the Serbians have achieved here is absolutely phenomenal. They deserve all the respect and all the plaudits, no matter where they end up finishing in the tournament. And hopefully they can use this as a platform to get some real big sponsorship and get to more events. And that is a great little 1v3 knife clutch. So, you know what, look, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go balls out on a limb here, and I'm going to say they're going to win. They're going to win 16-14. I'm going to do it. I'm fully behind the Serbs, man.
Okay, even harder. Who is going to be the MVP for the Serbs?
Do you know what? I've watched one of their games. I'm going to go with Catz. I like the name. Okay. No, do you know what? I heard he's good with a knife, and he's pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm going to go with him. But literally, that is the most uninformed opinion I've probably given in my entire history of casting. So, what about you? Quick, who's going to be the danger man for VERYGAMES?
Maybe Scream, since it's a close combat map. I don't know.
Interesting. Well, this is what would make it more amazing if Serbia were to win. This is what we call, or we used to call in Source DE France. VERYGAMES pretty much set the benchmark of how to play this map. So it's going to be absolutely incredible if the Serbs can do it. But we shall see. And we've got a fast pistol strat here, and they've just literally found out no flashes, no smokes, nothing. They are going in raw. Kenny S is going to get that first kill, and then whoever that was answering back, I didn't see, it was Emmy who got a kill there. Scream's going to weigh in with one, NBK is going to weigh in with another, but KGR, who loves Ange apparently, I bet Ange is a happy person, weighs in with two brilliant headshots just coming around from the hut. So all of a sudden it's a 2v2 situation. VERYGAMES quite sensibly dropped down vent, so we've got some crucial kills coming in. MBK is going to get the first, so it's going to be on KGR to make a 1v2 clutch if they're to take this pistol round. He's going to know that there's one on the left there. He just couldn't get his aim to readjust, and in the end it is MBK who gives a nice early pistol round for his team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like, I don't know who it was, but the guy from esports who dropped the A floor there didn't manage to get a single frag, and that was pretty much what decided that round. Yeah,
it's one of those unfortunate things where it's like, there were a couple of good little individual moments there where you thought, maybe they're going to turn this round on its head, and it just didn't really happen for them. So I would expect these ecos to pretty much go the way we would expect and give VERYGAMES a 3-0 kind of lead. What I think it would be interesting to talk about just briefly, I'll bring up the overview so we can just have a little look at how it's all shaping up and whatnot. Nuke, we talked a bit about the evolution of Dust 2 across each version of Counter-Strike. Has Nuke changed a lot?
Well, the new stairs on Yard, it really makes it more dynamic. Actually, both in favor of T and CT, since you can back up faster, but T can go down the Yard faster. So I think it's an equal win for both teams. And
so you think it's a pretty even map? Because, it used to be massively on CT side.
No, it's CT sided. I mean, the changes is like...
it's balanced it, right? I see,
exactly.
Okay. I was going to say, because...
like before.
Well, there's with the smokes working, it definitely gives the terrorists opportunities to get into promising positions. It's easier to neutralise AWPers on the outside now, and it definitely has become more balanced. I think the way that VERYGAMES play it, though, is really masterful. They make the T side look very easy. They can penetrate certain parts of the map that other teams don't seem to be able to, and they can do it in a very smooth way, a very stealthy way almost. So the CTs, they don't really know where they're getting attacked from. So VERYGAMES all over that in this eco to make it 2-0. No surprises there, but we're going to see what the subs are going to do here. Yeah, I think they're going to stay full eco.
I actually want to talk with one of the changes. If I'm right, it's Volcano who did like the latest map.
It was Sal, yeah.
And as I heard a rumor, that there's no way to get to the short door in the lower bomb site.
Right. I mean, I think I heard that as well. I don't know if that's something that's been rectified.
Yeah, but is that because he was just lazy and didn't fix it, or is that in the original nuke?
Oh no, it's not. Definitely not in the original. I mean, that's something he's added for competitive balance.
It's just so weird, and oh my god, this looks like they.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, while that's happening, it's gone into a 5v3 on eco for the Serbs. So I want everyone at home to start chanting and willing these guys on. Sure, we all love VERYGAMES, but Serbia have won the hearts and minds. But Existence is going to try and change that. But while that happens, you can see as well that, they're just actually somehow out-aiming VERYGAMES at the moment with pistols to make it a 4v2.
I actually think they're going to win this. I mean, only 2 guys left, and they, with only 40 seconds left.
Doesn't look like they've been able to pick up guns, though, which is definitely a factor in whether or not they're going to win. Nicolinho has got 2 kills, and there's Kenny S is going to get 1 as well, make it a 3v2. VERYGAMES spanning around, and yeah, well, Kenny S, he went too aggressive there, I think, and it could cost him. KGR is going to try and use the map to his advantage, and he's going to come up clutch. I mean, that is just absolutely huge to do it at this stage in the tournament, to actually get that eco round and to break up that momentum. So we haven't seen many eco rounds this tournament at all. In fact, that might even be the first. It's definitely the first I've casted on. So huge play from the Serbs. And again, it just goes to show you that these guys are no joke. They really do deserve to be respected.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that is so. If they manage to win this round, they will get so much momentum, and they might be able to string a lot of rounds together. So, very important round right now.
So, well, let's see what they're going to do here. And KGR he isn't stuck on that ladder, is he? I was going to say that's deliberate. I thought it might have been a bug. No, you'd be surprised. There's still bits where you get stuck on things and you kind of clip. And he's lagging around. I think the last thing we want to do is have another pause. Kenny S is going to get an entry frag, though. MBK is going to get another one. You can see Scream is trying to pepper away, and that's just some great recoil control there. Just a nice little tap right on the head. And this is a full buy for the Serbs. So far, they've lost 3 of their number, and it's going to be incredibly hard for them to win this round. VERYGAMES just pushing into upper. They've pretty much got every angle covered. There's just French terrorists swarming all over this upper bomb site. Bomb is going to go down. Scream's going to make that plant. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Serbs decide to do. I'm not too sure what that was about. Bit of panic fire. But it looks like they're going to play for some exits. You can see that VERYGAMES are just having a little hunt around, making sure they're not getting caught out for anything stupid and overlooking something quite simple. And then I imagine the hunt will begin. You can see KGR here hiding in the garage area. And he is going to get that 1 kill, so that's going to give away his position. Can he get another one? He does. Might be able to get 3. I mean, that other one's pretty low. Peaks at the perfect time for a headshot. And I tell you what, he's played that brilliantly. Some great exit frags. They might lose the round, but that is going to be a huge factor moving forward to take those 3 guns from VERYGAMES.
Yeah, absolutely. And they did win that eco, so they have really good economy. So, yeah, as we see, they will buy this round, even though they have one pistol.
They're playing incredibly smart. The thing that's really impressed me is, like, maybe you could understand a group of players coming from somewhere and having, like, good aim.
Yeah.
Because they practice all the time. But for them to be so astute about the balance of the game, the tactics required, to be able to kind of, predict what VERYGAMES are going to do, this shows a side that has done its homework, a side that's got a lot of experience. And people have been messaging me all day saying, Serbia have been top of their scene for ages, and I just kind of dismissed that because, I guess you would, wouldn't you? You would think, well, what's the Serbian scene, like 10 players or something? But, these guys have been awesome so far, and they might be 3-1 down, but as you say, their economy is going to be locked down. And, you know, they've definitely got a platform on which to build here, especially on the CT side of Nuke. So let's see what's happening. VERYGAMES flashing onto this upper bomb site, and you can see the Serbs are just such well positioned here to shut down that push before, but even had a chance to begin. Expert recoil control there from YNK. And, wow, just again, that VERYGAMES do those rushes so well. They coordinate the flashes. And they were just locked down instantly.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to see an eco now from VERYGAMES, thanks to, who was it? KGR.
Yeah, it was KGR in there.
Yeah, who picked like 3 kills late in the last round. So, I mean, if they win this round flawlessly, which they should, they have a really good economy.
Have you noticed anything tactically about the Serbs? Has anything like stood out to you? Like maybe the way VERYGAMES is spreading out or the way the Serbs are lining up?
They're playing pretty standard. They have some good anti-flashes, like when they held A last round, they were actually standing with flashes to counter VERYGAMES flashes.
And again, that's advanced tactics, right? That's nip stuff.
Yeah, maybe not nip stuff, but it's like it's a lesser team wouldn't do it. It's like, you know, a team has a good A flash round, so basically, you know, okay, we're going to get flashed, so the best thing we can do is just flash them back.
Well, that does make it 3 for 3, and we're going to see again the 5 rifle buy from VERYGAMES. So we haven't really seen a lot of AWP work yet moving forward, and you can see the Serbs as well. No problems there, absolutely not. As my colleague rightfully pointed out, they have got it locked down at the moment, money-wise. So just having to watch what Existence is trying to do a little jump peek just to see if there is anyone outside and relay that information to his team. In the meantime, MBK is going to be spamming away in lobby just to kind of maybe bait some people out, maybe make them think. And YNK has just pulled off a ridiculous headshot there that auto-director missed, and Kenny S is going to answer back. But first blood goes the way of the Serbs. They're going to have a little spray off here. Smiths is going to get the better of it, but only just down to 12 HP. It's a 4v3 situation in favor of VERYGAMES. MBK is still in that lobby area. You can see that Catz just watching the crow's nest from on top of Hut. Kenny S is outside with a Galil.
And this is still doable for...
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Serbs can definitely take this round. I mean, they've got the positional advantage, I'd say, here, and this Smiths is on low health. So they need to really kind of just hold their nerve here, control that recoil, and they're done. So that's Smiths taken down. That's another great kill there from Nicolin. And then Kenny S is going to come around. Oh, wow. Great adjustment of aim to get a double headshot there. All of a sudden, it's a 1v1. EMI, though, is going to adjust it and take down Kenny S. He's gone into the crouch. And the Serbs are in the lead. It's 4 rounds to 3. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. I can just feel it. I can feel it in my water. I got nothing but belief. And it looks like, are we going to see another eco from VERYGAMES as well?
Yeah, I think so. And as you say, they really look... It really looks like they're playing like a top team. It's not that VERYGAMES is playing bad. I mean,
no.
They have good tactics. They went into really good positions in that 3v4 situation. They just played it absolutely perfectly.
Well, VERYGAMES are doing this outside boost as well, and it's interesting they're spending a lot of time kind of focusing on the outside because realistically they've not played it massively aggressive, but YNK is just loving it at the moment. He's pulling off those headshots with such ease, and EMI is getting pushed here in the ramp room. Going to get a kill as well. Existence going to take down, well, who was that? Was that KGR, our friend KGR. He's been removed from the equation in this round as well. So it's a 3v2 situation in favor of the Serbs. Existence pretty low. Kenny S, 100 HP, having a look around. Going to go in through main. And he's going to, again, trade some damage. Nothing too severe. 45 seconds on the clock, and they're going for this spam here. Existence all but dead. He's on his last legs with 3 HP. Kenny S not that far behind him. And the Serbs are just looking resolute, disciplined. Crosshairs well positioned. And it looks like there's no way in for VERYGAMES at the moment. Certainly Existence, you could kill him with a feather duster at the moment. He is very low on health. Perhaps we'll see another Lions-style suicide coming in.
Yeah, maybe we will. We're going to see EMI here going to get Kenny S in the second round. Yeah.
Yep, there we go. So it is all on the 3 HP Existence. And yep, not going to do a great deal. So EMI makes it 5-3 in favor of Serbia. And, well, I'm telling you, this is great. No, we're having a quick look at the frag charts here. You can see that it is KGR who's at the top with 11 for 4. Kenny S for VERYGAMES on 7 for 7. Smith down at the bottom on 1 for 6. And Kassad, the man I said to watch, down there on 1 for 5. So come on, Kassad, don't let me down, man. I'm behind you, bro. But yeah, the Team ESPORTS Serbia looking incredible at the moment. VERYGAMES, they play this map so well. They've got such a lexicon, an abundance of strats for this map. It's incredible to see them even as T's kind of being really pushed out of it. But they have got an entry pick there. YNK was kind of flashed out of it outside, was in a bit of an awkward position, got pushed, and they're looking to kind of isolate the outside man. And there's 2 points of interest you want to control on this map. You do want to control the ramp room or outside because they're the ones that give you the most access points at any given time. So while that happens, Smith pushes in and takes out EMI. So 5 on 3 in favour of the French.
And I really like the decision for VERYGAMES, trying to push under the ladder instead of going down the stairs. I feel like most cities is like too focused on the stairs. Yeah. And basically you can just go under the ladder and just win the round.
Well, this is completely typical of them. I mean, they were one of the first teams in Source to take the 1.6 tactic of boosting outside on the hut into Crows and use it in Nuke. And I know that's going to sound like, well, why did no one else think of it? But they were using it, in high-profile games where the stakes were high, and they would pretty much dominate outside. And that's why they're so comfortable out there, even with these changes on the map. They feel comfortable going out there and getting picks. Interesting that now we see YNK's picked up an AWP. So he feels he needs to get a bit more distance and a bit more penetration, and you can see what that's done for him. That has given him that first frag. So he knows that they're going to come for him every round, but now he's going to be a bit better equipped to deal with it. And in the end, wasn't able to get a second kill there on Scream. Probably should have been able to, but Scream does get that kill. So it is now 4 on 4. NBK in his default position, just kind of waiting for any rotates, spamming around in the lobby, just making Team Serbia have to think about what they do.
And I think this round is in quite heavily favor of VERYGAMES, actually, since they have that yard and they have a 4v4 situation.
Yeah, again, this is why taking outside is so advantageous, because anyone who peeks, you've got all the areas covered, and you can see that they have wrapped around now, so they are going to drop down. They are going to get into this area, and MBK is going to take down Agil Kassad, who's having not a great game. He's going to peek out of the vents, and it's all on Nikolin. So probably he's going to save. It is a 1v4 situation. Don't really see him wanting to chance this. You can see we're just on Kenny S cam, just having a little look around, and Scream as well doing the same thing. So
just going to save his weapon.
Yeah, it's the smart play for exits and just try and do some damage. But this is obviously going to break up that Serbian momentum. Very nice. Going to tie it up at 5 rounds apiece. But Serbia won't be too worried, even at this juncture. They'll be still thinking, we can do damage. And their T strats among most of the maps that we've seen them play on. I've been watching on the from the analysis room. They look just as good on T because their aims are pretty sharp as well as their brains. So they do like to get a lot of one-bullet peaks.
Yeah, absolutely. But it feels like VERYGAMES has warmed up now. I mean, they're playing a lot better than they did this morning. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely. But I mean, the only way was up really from where they were. They were struggling. They got clowned by a Nexus. So they definitely needed to have that metaphorical team huddle and get their stuff together. Anyway, after a few drops, Serbia have been able to buy, and
I think we're gonna see a push here soon. A lot of guys in the lobby right now.
Yeah, well, I'm just waiting for those flashes to come in. Not a lot of people like to go in dry in CS:GO, but it's definitely not as effective as the Skylight flashes used to be in Source. And certainly 1.6 as well, where the flashes, those flashes on upper wood, devastating. CS:GO, it seems to be a bit easier to evade them. Kenny S has gone right outside to T-Red. He's going to take down these new stairs. Just going to kind of get behind. And the smoke's gone down. VERYGAMES are pushing ramp room. And they're going to get one EMI, but then another team kill. VERYGAMES. MBK is going to shoot Smiths in the back. MBK is going to get the kill as well, but he took a lot of damage in the process. So it's a 4v3 situation. That trade actually worked massively in the favour of Serbia thanks to that team kill.
Catz is behind, and he actually...
Yeah, he did get there. That's where he was gunning towards. Catz drops down and takes Catz out of the round. So we've got a 3v2 situation in favour of Serbia again. MBK is going to be covering the vents while the bomb gets planted. It's now a 2v2 situation, and the bomb is going to be ticking away. Scream is going to get into this side hall as well. So they are going to double up there on the swingy doors. And just watching window side, and you can see we're on screen cam. YNK is just trying to fake this defuse. Knows that they're both there, I think. MBK is going to get the 1, MBK is going to get the 2. And in the end, that promising situation for Serbia got shut down. What was the turning point in that round?
I think it was like Catz going down the vents. He actually like got so much information, able to cut off all their backup, and I don't know really how he... Did you see how he got down the vents?
He went down the back stairs, like from the outside.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
no, just wasn't anyone covering that angle. So he just literally managed to use that new feature of the map, and perhaps that's something Serbia haven't really thought about. You know, I don't know how much practice they've had in Go, so I can't really say. But if they're very new to the game, you know, perhaps that's not something you would think about, and it would catch you by surprise. Yeah. But they're on an eco now as well. So.
Yeah, it's quite smart actually having 4 guys pushing out the ramp, 1 guy going really like 10 seconds after he goes down the stairs, and just completely shut down any backup from the vents.
Well, we've seen a lot of teams try and employ that backstab. We saw CRG, for example, doing it earlier, and you know, there's been other teams that have been doing it. We saw Na'Vi execute it quite well in a few rounds as well earlier. But no one's really executed it quite so well as that. That really was the round decider, that decision to send Catz down there. So VERYGAMES are currently just dominating this round. As expected, it is an eco. And so you can see that they're in good positions. Catz again, just far from the madding crowd and able to just pick off unsuspecting counter-terrorists. 2 men standing now, armed with pistols. And they're not really going to be able to do anything. YNK is now the last man. I think this round